Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-September right through to mid-October 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. I will be doing a Celtic cross and I'm only using one deck because I love the simplicity it lends to this particular spread. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their love life? Can you please guide them, show them the way? What are they going through right now? What can they expect in the future? Who is coming towards them? Can you please show them and reveal for their highest good what to expect? We have the Queen of Wands energy. Now, although you're an earth element, you know, this is your starting position, so you are embodying this energy of trying to follow your passions, trying to reignite your lust for life. When you get a Queen of Wands as your starting position, you actually tend to get a lot of attention, whether you notice it or not. You know, you are magnetic, you have a personal gravitas about you where people are drawn to you, but you may have not met anyone who really is sparking your attention right now. So I feel like you may be exploring your options very, very soon. But right now, I feel some of you are trying to build your confidence. You've been focusing on your projects, your tasks, your responsibilities, but also trying to make your life run smoothly. You've been trying to win at life, to accomplish your goals, and to be successful in any endeavor that you turn your hand to. So I feel like love, it hasn't been your priority. You know, it is something that you want, but I feel, you know, it hasn't been something that you've wanted to really deeply sort of focus on at this time. Doesn't mean it's not coming your way. I see also some of you have withdrawn from, you know, maybe going out with certain friends because your 3 of Pentacles is in your crossing position. So some of you could have been spending time alone, being a little bit more in hermit mode in order to focus on, you know, getting back to best in some way if you've been unwell or if you felt low energy, low motivation. I mean, when you've got the Queen of Wands, now, this is not a gender-specific reading. It tends to mean that you are focused on, you know, your beauty routines, getting back to how you feel good about yourself. So it could be that, you know, you've taken a little while out of the dating scene in order to focus on you, to really enrich your life, body, mind, and soul. Some of that's going to be physical, some of that is going to be cerebral, and some of that, of course, is going to be spiritual. So I feel like you are reigniting your lust for life. Let's put it that way. And it starts with the self first. Okay, now there is someone new coming in. I have to make you aware of that, but your near future position, which is the next 6 weeks, I would say that, you know, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to find someone new in the next 6 weeks, okay? It doesn't mean that you won't meet this person on the cusp of the 6 weeks, but I feel I'm getting 2 energies. One is I feel there may be an event that you're going to be invited to, and I feel that there is a friend who is going to try and set you up with somebody, but you're not interested in that person, okay? I feel there could be a light flirtation with that person, but I don't feel it's the person you're looking for. I feel like you will find a direct route to the person that you're meant to be with. But let's get to the energy. I have to say there's a lot of people in your reading. It's a very people-y at the moment. So if you have not been going out with friends recently, or you've been you know, withdrawn in order to focus on something important for you, because I feel a lot of you are focused on your passions, your responsibilities, and making your life run smoothly. I feel there is an invitation that perhaps you haven't received yet, is what I'm given, and you may go to this event, and that's when you meet this person. For some of you, it's connected to travel in some way, whether that's like just out of your usual neighborhood, whether it's overseas or in a different state. I can't quite tell that energy. I see some sort of movement or travel coming up for you, and you're just trying to connect to things that really excite you at this time. So let's get straight to the energy. This is your starting card, if I can pick it up. Queen of Wands, this is about you tapping into your passion. It's about you paying attention to your own needs, but also noticing the attention that is magnetized towards you. I feel like you're trying to be inspired, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I feel some of you, it's almost like your libido has been put on pause recently, but it's going to reignite over the next coming weeks and months. This is about you being determined for new adventures. It's about you being inspired, either creative yearnings. Some of you are going to tap into that creative side. Some of you, this could be that, you know, you're going to connect to really strong friendships or look for your soul tribe. If you currently haven't met the people that you consider your soul tribe, then I definitely see you're integrating yourself into new groups, because that Three of Pentacles is your crossing position. And what I mean by that is you read the upright as well as the reverse of that card. So it can indicate that your friendships are changing right now, and you're trying to develop deeper connections with people. So you're looking at who makes an effort with you and vice versa. And it's an exchange, of course, for your highest good. So this card, it can indicate that you're in the flow. You're being inspired to express yourself, to follow your passions, to connect to people who are passionate as well. So, you know, if you're in business, for example, it can mean that you're networking or you're meeting new people through your passions, the things that you're really excited about. For some of you, it could be that you're picking up a hobby or something that's really creative that inspires you, or something that's sports related, or something that's physical, where you can channel all this energy that you have pent up in order to, you know, reignite that fire, as I was saying, for life itself. So I definitely see here that, actually I'm being given an image straight away in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and I'm seeing two tree branches, okay, and they're very solid, very separate, and the branches kind of like curve over to join each other. I mean, branches tend to connect to communication, you know, like communication lines, and they're actually forming a heart. It's quite nice, quite endearing, very unusual. Maybe this is an image that you're going to see over the next coming weeks or months, two trees where the branches touch each other and form a heart. This could also indicate that you are about to meet a person who is stable, secure, someone who perhaps will join your family lineage, because trees tend to represent, you know, solid energy, families where it'll branch out. You will settle down with someone, marry that person, and they join your family in some way. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, it could literally be that you're going to be in nature, in a park, and you see, you know, two trees, and you're like, oh, weird. It looks like a heart. The branches are touching. So keep that image in mind. It may just be a signpost or a poster or some sort of image that you see that indicates that love is very close by, because you have a Queen of Wands here. This is your starting position, and we also have the King of Wands showing up here as well, which means, you know, a very passionate encounter, one where you are literally like a power couple, very intense. Both of you know what you want. You are stable and mature enough to open up to that journey of life and love together. Now, the Three of Pentacles is the crossing card. So for some of you, this is about, you know, spending time with friendship groups or developing deep connections with other people. So if you haven't seen a certain group of people for a while, I feel like you could find yourself in some sort of communal setting. And it's connected to an invitation, because you've got that Eight of Wands coming in there in your advice to yourself in this position. So I feel this is for you to go to something that perhaps either you've been, you know, because I feel like you don't have that invitation yet. Okay, that's the main energy I have. But if there's like a couple of Capricorns out there under the radar that I'm not picking up on right now, and you've got an invitation to something and you're not sure whether you want to go to it, I feel like you're going to have a great time at it. And there is a strong potential to meet new people there, potentially even your life partner. But if your intuition is telling you don't go to something, always listen to that first. That is your primary compass in life. So very important there. But also the Three of Pentacles, it can indicate that you're in the planning stages of something. Okay, so it could be that you're currently investing in yourself. Personal development is key to life. So you're learning a lot about yourself, about people in general, and you just feel like you're investing in you right now and in your passions and in your projects. And when the moment is right, then you will feel it's time to integrate. But as it's a crossing card, it can indicate that you fluctuate between wanting to be with people, but at the same time, like not being a solitary energy, focusing on what it is that is necessary to make life run smoothly for you there. But I'm also getting from this card someone wanting to set you up with someone, okay? But I feel it's misaligned. Okay, so let me just pull a quick card on that. I feel it's connected to the Queen of Swords. Okay, I feel it could be that you are meeting someone and it's through a friend. And I feel, you know, there's some nice conversation, but somehow it feels a little bit detached, like there's no passion, there's no spark, right? So that's coming through there. So bear that in mind. I mean, your potential here is to meet a soulmate because we've got the Princess of Wands in your potential position. And that is all about a loyal mate coming in. Yeah. So it's like you look for alternative options. The Three of Wands means that you're on the right path to meeting your heart's desire, but I feel, you know, you're turning a couple of people away before you meet the one. Let's put it that way. There's one in particular that it's obvious that your friend is setting you up with that person and you're like, you know what, they're great, but they're just not what I'm looking for. So I feel like you turn your back on that particular person and you move on and you meet the person that you're meant to meet, and it is a divine connection. Now, what is on the earthly plane? We've got the Six of Wands. This is the earthly plane position, so this is what you're experiencing right now. You know, Six of Wands is to be accomplished at something that you do. Some of you could be in training for something, or you've just accomplished something, you're celebrating yourself, but also this is a card that indicates that you want to allow yourself to be seen. But I feel like you've had a lot on your plate recently. You're really exhausted. I feel like you have so much multitasking to do, and you may feel that you don't have much support in life in general. You're being very independent, self-sufficient. You're doing it all by yourself. So huge hug out to you there. With the Six of Wands, this is also an indication that you will reach your goal, okay? And you're vibing at a very passionate frequency. When you fall in love with your life, or, you know, you do things that you're really passionate about, you change your vibration, and people are drawn to that personal magnetism. And you have a lot of that already, and you're just increasing it over the next coming weeks and months. So I feel like you will get a lot of attention. This is a card of being raised up in some way, being in the spotlight. And for some of you, I mean, this literally means step into the spotlight, okay? Don't hide yourself away. It's time to get out there, mingle, or do things you're passionate about. I mean, looking at your cards, you're not looking for love when you meet this person. You're just doing things that you are excited about. So I feel this puts you in a position to be seen by the person who's meant to be with you, is what I'm seeing there. I mean, we've also got the past position, Six of Swords. Very turbulent energy. I feel actually you're being guided out of difficult times. When you have the Six of Swords and it's in the past position, it indicates that, you know, you've been through a bit of a rite of passage. Maybe you've been single on purpose to focus on your life's mission, because sometimes we're put on pause and protected from people or situations that were low vibrational energy, people who did not want our best interest at heart, toxic sort of patterns, cycles of repeat, and I feel like you've really been through it when it comes to love there. This card indicates that some of you, because you've had some sort of difficult experience in love, especially with the Three of Pentacles there, it could mean that for some of you, you've been in a situation where a person put you in a kind of like love triangle, or someone cheated on you, or, you know, you feel that there was unrequited love in some area of your life, or someone like dangled a carrot and promised you the world and delivered nothing. Some of you, I feel, it's almost like because of your experiences, you may be expecting a very similar pattern to happen again. So you may be a little bit protective of your heart because of your experiences, but with that Six of Swords, know that, you know, that is being firmly left in the past, that energy. Now you're about to meet someone who has a lot of integrity, someone who is loyal, someone who's passionate, someone you can trust, and someone who is for the long term. Now, I feel like you're being protected from certain relationships that were not meant for you. So I would say here, you know, sometimes when we've experienced trouble in a certain area of our life, we kind of expect trouble ahead. But this card indicates that you are in a transition towards a greater relationship. Something better is coming on in, because I feel like you had to learn certain lessons in the past in order to be who you are right now, because you're one strong, tough cookie, okay? And I feel you've had to learn about confidence to make sure that no one gets an opportunity to knock your wonderful confidence, because you are magnetic, you know, you are here to vibe really brightly. You know, all the energy that's coming out here are wands for you. So right now, you know, you're a passionate being. You're someone who is a go-getter. You're a doer in life. No matter what stage of life you are at, you know, you are this bright spark. And I feel some of you may have lost touch with that, or you've been in experiences where they tried to knock your confidence, or they were self-sabotaging, let's put it that way, and projected their energy on you, and you just had to deal with a lot, and it may have set you off questioning about yourself. But we've got that Princess of Wands there. It's in the potential position. Okay, now as you can see, we've got two fire elements, two tigers there. When you get this card, it's the equivalent of the Page of Wands in every other deck, okay? And that means a loyal mate, someone who is a new adventure. Pages are new people coming into your life, and this is someone you're going to be very enthusiastic to get to know. And as you can see, the two tigers there, it's like really sussing each other out. There's a lot of intense magnetism there. I feel a lot of you have been reigniting that lust for life to connect more to your passions, because you may have been stuck in a cycle of repeat regarding your everyday sort of commitments that you have there. And now I get an energy, my guides are asking me, okay, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. Interesting. I mean, I'm seeing this on the card, but in the water, I'm seeing a fire pit. Okay, so I mean, it could be that you're invited to a barbecue, or maybe there's an event where there is a fire pit where people sit around and converse. You know, there's something to do with that, or maybe symbolically it is amplifying your passions, your libido, your sensuality at this time, and you know, this sort of bright burning spark between you and this new person who is coming in. But I want to cover all bases with the images that I can see, so that they can be signposts to you to let you know that you've met the one when you meet them. So this card, this is the start of a spark, of a lot of potential that is going to turn into something greater, okay? But I have to be honest with you, your next 6 weeks, this is the near future position. We got the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords can be that you're actually identifying things in your life that cause you pain or hurt you, okay? So it can be that you are cutting out food substances that make you feel bloated or drain your energy. Maybe your friendship circles are changing or shifting. You're evolving away from certain people or certain groups that you feel do not enrich your life any further. For some of you, you're looking at memories, you know, because when we've got the Six of Swords, this means you're moving on from something that was really painful. Doesn't have to be, you know, an ex, doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be, you know, something that you went through personally, and you're coming out the other side of it. And the memory of it, it reminds you of how lucky you are right now, but also the stuff that you've been through. And there can be a lament there where you're just trying to process everything that you've been going through and how far you've come. So this Three of Swords, it can be you looking at the memory of the past and how it evokes certain feelings within you. And remember, every time you revisit something that was painful, of course, you're checking in, your body does it naturally, your brain sort of triggers you to remember something in order to see how far you've come, how much it affects you now. You know, some things, perhaps when you experienced them before, immediately they may trigger some sort of sadness or tears, and maybe now you look back without those things, and it's more of a critical, detached kind of eye, but it still feels like it's sore. It's still maybe a wound. And this is a measure of how far you've come and still what else has yet to be processed. But remember, every time we revisit something, we actually connect to that vibration. So just watch out for nostalgia. It can be a wonderful thing, but if we're always ruminating on things that went wrong or things that were painful, we get stuck in that vibration. So I feel a lot of you are elevating out of that and recognizing that, you know, the past, whilst it shaped who you are and it made you strong and it made you who you are in this moment, it is not going to define you and it is not going to impede on your future happiness. So I feel like you're definitely moving past this. But I'm going to pull a card on the Three of Swords because this can indicate a struggle, okay? It can indicate that, you know, right now, even if you peek outside, you can't see anyone that you would want to be in a relationship with, or there's no one really kind of vibing at a frequency with you right now. I mean, there is an energy of you kind of like conversing, because swords are all about communication. So it could be that, you know, your friend tries to set you up with this person and you're like, oh, this is a potential. This person looks kind of great. But then you talk to this person and you're like, yeah, you know, they are great, but it's just not that thing, that missing ingredient. So I just want to pull a card on that Three of Swords. I also feel Three of Swords could be a miscommunication, okay? So it could be that you're talking to your friends and you tell your friend, you know, I'm really looking for love right now. I want to make it more of my focus. And then they set into sort of like matchmaker mode, and you're really like, you know what, I didn't mean for you to matchmake me. I'm really great at making my own decision. However, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so I mean, for some of you, you've been going through a divorce or a separation, or it could be something in the family. There may have been some sort of responsibility that you need to adhere to right now. But also, I feel this is you like keeping your eye out, because this is the future position. It's like keeping your eye out for someone who really gels with your heart, but you can't see anybody that you really want to settle down with, because the Ten of Pentacles is marriage. It's about, you know, someone joining your family lineage. So I would say 6 weeks time, you're just doing you. Focus on your passions, focus on your responsibilities, you know, try and get out there and enjoy life as much as possible. I know there's a lot on our plates right now and energies are shifting, but this is about opening ourselves up to that playfulness. And with the Eight of Wands here, this is a card in your advice to yourself in this moment, which is all about movement, improvement. It's about accepting invitations. For some of you, this is, you know, things reaching a climax where you feel that if you've been in hermit mode for a while, it's time to really put yourself in positions to meet new people or integrate a little bit more, because your Three of Pentacles is an integration kind of energy. And because it's in the crossing position, it feels very much like you haven't been doing it as much as you could have been doing it. For some of you, if you've been a little bit unwell, I feel like you're going to be coming through this and your vitality is returning, and you will know when the moment is right to put yourself in a position to meet new people. For some of you, there could be something connected on the internet, because we have some swords energy here. But I feel, again, I mean, trust your intuition on this. I just feel there's a connection in between you meeting your soulmate, and it just doesn't have that missing ingredient. I got to be honest with you, okay? A lot of you, with this Eight of Wands, there's travel or this invitation connected to it. I feel like you actually go to this place. It's outside your usual parameters is what I see there. Also, the Eight of Wands is messages flying back and forth. So if you haven't met someone already, because the majority of energy I'm picking up in this reading has not met anybody new, you will be shortly, but I would say it's not in the next 6 weeks, okay? Now, the external circumstances outside of yourself, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, this is the universe stepping in with an opportunity to meet someone where, you know, there is a very strong potential. It will grow into something serious, okay? So I feel for some of you, this is you going to this event, being offered the invitation, and at this place. I mean, I would look out for, yeah, it's kind of a garden kind of area there. I would look out for the tree with the branches that are connecting in the shape of a heart, but also I would look out for a fire pit kind of thing. So maybe this event has a fire pit, I don't know, but it might be symbolic that go to invitations, because I feel like there is someone who sets your soul on fire at that place, and vice versa as well there. But this is something you can't control, okay? This is the circumstance outside of yourself. So for some of you, this could be that you're looking for a new job, for example, and you get offered something. And at this place, there is some sort of connection where you meet a person because you're integrating with new people. For some of you, this could be a new opportunity to move to a new neighborhood, or maybe you're going overseas, or there's there's an invitation that's connected to travel, and it just feels like you're taking someone up on something that you're offered, whether it's an invitation, job, you know, some sort of travel. I feel like this is where you integrate with some new people, but I also feel some of the people you know. So it just feels like a mix of people, and that is where you will find this new person, and there is instant attraction. Okay, instant attraction is what I'm being given here, and we have that King of Wands energy. Now, your cards are indicating here, of course, that we've got a match. So you're vibing at a frequency. You need someone who's passionate, who can keep up with your energy, someone who's a go-getter in life, someone who is strong enough to walk by your side, but also be emotionally available to be honest, open, and let love in. And I feel this is the one that you've been waiting for a long time. Now, there's a lot of fire and air in this reading, so it can be that you're meeting people who are, you know, Leo, Sag, Libra, Aquarius. They're the main energies I've got coming through here. I mean, there could be some Aries going on there as well. Maybe a bit of Gemini, but, you know, I'm feeling that majority energy doesn't need to be sun, moon, or rising. It can just mean that they have a lot of that placement in their chart. So that's what's coming through there. But they're certainly passionate. You're going to have a very adventurous connection with this person, and it's long-term. Okay, this is for keeps, is what I'm being given. And I feel this is someone who knows what they want, someone who's very smart, someone who is pretty sensible most of the time, but they do have a wild side, is what I'm being given. And this wild side, it is only reserved for you, is what I'm being given, but I'm not going to go to that place. That's off limits. That's private for you and this person to explore. But I'm just getting energy here that when this person walks into a room, they kind of smolder. They've got that thing about them, but so do you, and you don't acknowledge that. And this person, whilst they've also got that ingredient, that smolder, they also are modest enough to not recognize that smolder. So they're not egotistical, but they do turn heads as well. They're very attractive as well, both inside and out, and they garner a lot of attention. But whoever this person is, as soon as you see them, they only have eyes for you. They're instantly like locked onto you, and no matter who they're talking to, you're going to see them glancing over at you constantly until they make their way round to striking up conversation with you. But it's going to be so intense and magnetic between you both. It's almost like if this was the party and both of you are starting like here, it's almost like both of you talking to lots of people, but making your way instantly towards each other. So I do feel that you're drawn to each other. Okay. Now, this is your outcome energy. We have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords instantly is giving me vibes that when you meet this new person, it's almost like you forget about anybody else you were ever connected to. It's like instant shut down to the past. What past? Who's that? Don't even know. So I really get a sense here that you can see a future with this person. Queen of Swords is to vision the future. It's like to suddenly realize that, you know what, you're strong enough by yourself and you don't need anybody, but you know that this person is a welcome addition to your life. So let me just pull a card on this card here for you with the Queen of Swords, because it can also indicate a detachment from something else or someone else, but it also indicates healthy boundaries. So it's like both of you very passionate, but you're not going to rush into anything. And also, because we have a Three of Swords there could be this energy of misunderstanding or miscommunication. So even though there is this passionate, like, connection between you both, there could be something said that the other person misconstrues. Okay, so I just want to see what that is. Let me just see, what is this Queen of Swords energy? Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? Who is this Queen of Swords? King of Wands. Okay, so this could be someone who is interested in the person who's actually interested in you. And at first, you may misunderstand the connection. You may think that this person, the way that they're acting, is actually with this person. They feel very sort of like, I want to say jealous, but it's not that. Possessive. Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Yeah, I want to say that this person tries to monopolize this person's time at the event, feels very possessive to the point where you know, you're not going to ask a person right out when you first meet them, hey, are you single? Because you're hot and I really want to be with you. You're not going to say that straight away. So it can be that you see this person and the way that they're interacting with the person you kind of like, you're like, oh, this is so weird. They're acting so possessive. They must be together. So you may kind of like read the situation a little bit off. Or you may think, hang on a minute. I feel there's just a weird dynamic because the Queen of Swords is very much interested in the King of Wands, but they're not together. Okay, so just watch out for that. I would say don't jump to any conclusions when you first meet this person. The King of Wands only has eyes for you. Okay, as you could see in the spread, they're looking at each other. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, looking at each other. And I feel the Queen of Swords here is like creating a barrier. Okay, so just watch out for that. That's coming through there. I'm just going to go one more before I close this reading. We have the Seven of Swords there. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's some sort of like energy with this one person at the event, and it's almost like they try to phase you out, or if you're talking to this person that you're attracted to, this third wheel kind of person comes in and tries to disrupt the conversation or talk over you. Let me just say that the person you're interested in, romantically, physically attracted to, they're no fool, okay? They see what's going on, and they actually see this person. I feel like they may even know this person, but they see them as someone who they don't want to be rude to, but at the same time, they don't enjoy what the person does. They see them as a bit of a pest. I got to be honest with you. That's what I see there. I mean, you've got the Seven of Swords there. So this can be a card of independence. It can also be a card which is very important. You know, the history of this card is that this figure is trying to remove the weaponry from the army because they do not want to fight. They do not want to have a confrontation. They actually want to find a diplomatic solution to a situation that's quite delicate, okay? And inadvertently, this figure now looks like they're stealing the weaponry, but actually they're not. So there's a misunderstanding here. That's literally the history of this card, okay? So again, it's like the person that you're attracted to, they don't want to be rude. They feel it has to be a delicate way of handling the situation, and it's like it's misunderstood. And you may feel, because you're vibing at this energy, which is the Queen of Wands, you're just actually shining your light. And the Five of Pentacles is like, oh, suddenly you feel a little bit like, okay, well, maybe this person isn't for me. Maybe, I got it wrong, mixed signals. But actually, Two of Cups, no. You and this person, you're meant to be together. There's a union here. It could also be that this person who's trying to interrupt the conversation, it could be that they have history where this person wanted to be with the person that you want to be with, and they got let down. They were, and they're not taking it very well. Let's put it that way. So ultimately, I would say read the room. Don't jump to conclusions. But I do see that there is a high-level commitment coming in. A little bit of drama the way you meet. But this person, they will make it very plain and known that they are interested in you. So if, for example, the third person cuts you off when you're talking, then the person that you're interested in will actually say, hey, Capricorn was talking there. Sorry, what is it you were saying? And then when you finish, they'd be, I feel like this person's not polite. I feel like they're just not rude. They would then turn to the third person and say, sorry, you were saying now. But look at their eyes. There's a very different way in the way that they look at you and the way that they look at this other person, okay? And it's... basically, you're going to know that this person is really interested in you, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. A little bit of drama, but that's what's coming through, and I don't normally like drama, but there it is. Now we have motion, air. So again, that highlights that you're going to be traveling. When you meet this person, you're going to travel to something, but it also indicates that there is movement in your current circumstances. And we've also got connection, biome. So again, even with a second deck there, I feel, it highlights that you're going to do something to change your circumstances by either going to an event or traveling somewhere where you're integrating. And, horses, quick energy. So it could be that you receive an invitation that's quite impromptu. And even though, like, say, for example, you get an invitation today, it could be for 2 days' time. And you're like, oh, and it's out of town. I've got to pack. Should I go to this? Maybe I shouldn't go. But ultimately, I feel like you're excited about it and you do go. Okay. So for some of you, especially since you have air, I did mention that some of you may meet someone online first, okay, or you're connected in some way to that. But I feel, you know, you meet this person perhaps in a social setting, and then I just feel like there's an energy of you kind of like thinking there's a missing ingredient, okay, when you meet face to face. I feel there's an alternative person coming in there. Now, finally, we've got the biome, which is all about connection. It's a card that indicates that, you know, no matter where you are in the world, you're destined to meet this person. Okay, so live your life, live your passions, and this person is going to be put on your path. But there is a connectedness here, and two of you are coming together. Also, notice your numerical synchronicities. We've got 22 and we've got 44. Now, of course, 2 plus 2 is 4, and, you know, 4 plus 4 is 8. So I feel, you know, there is an energy here of both you and a person working on yourselves to be the best version of yourselves when you actually meet each other. You're both ready for love, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Oh, okay. So we have... Interesting. So we have a heart that is on fire there with some barbed wire. So it's like setting your soul on fire again. But we've got that barbed wire, which means some of you, you're a little bit protective of your heart because you've been through an experience that has made you feel a little bit guarded. But nonetheless, there is a divine counterpart coming in. And we've also got the gift rune. Now, this is very important because it literally means divine union, love, a gift of a person being sent to you because you are a gift. So I feel this is fortune stepping in to favor you and send you someone that you're going to be highly attracted to. But it's more than just the physical. And also we've got the mirror. So I'm being given two energies with this. One is, I mentioned it earlier, a lot of you are focusing on physical at the moment, you know, making sure that you're happy with yourself. Some of you may have like new additions to your wardrobe, maybe try some new beauty products, for example. I'm not really about the aesthetics in a reading, but it is coming up, so I've got to honor it. But it also highlights that you're very, very attractive. No matter what age you are and how you feel about yourself, this is about stepping into your power and knowing that you are unique, and that really is your superpower because you're aligning yourself with someone who's been searching for you their whole life, okay? Now, also, the mirror is a little nudge that I'm being given by my guides, which is watch when you meet this new person. They, on a subconscious level, actually mirror your actions. So if you like tap your nose, if you have an itch on your nose, for example, like I just did, then, you know, you're going to notice that they're just going to follow suit and they're not even realizing they're doing it. So just watch that. It's just a little hint for you. And also we've got the handcuff and it's open. It says freedom on it. So this indicates that you're cutting ties with anything that has been difficult or has got in the way of you committing to a relationship with someone new. And this freedom, this is freedom to roam as well. So it could be that, you know, you're coming out of your neighborhood, you're not doing the same things, you're experiencing new places, which leads to new faces. And it's going to be very exciting indeed. For some of you, I mean, the handcuff could indicate that you're leaving a job or you're leaving a place that you felt tied to for quite some time. And now the world is literally your oyster. And the next moves that you make literally put you in the path of a divine counterpart. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you all. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. It's a notification bell, and it lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.